So in PetCube, we are connecting pets to the internet, similar to what Google or Facebook or Uber do. Our products enable people to watch, talk, and play with their pets. Next slide, please. And today, I'm glad to announce that we just hit 100,000 products sold. By the way, this is PetCube Bites and PetCube Play. Those are our products. I will tell a little bit more about them later. Next slide, please. So let me start with a short story. Of course, it starts with a problem. It starts with a problem when my neighbors said that your dog is too loud, we need to kill it. They even threatened me they will call the police on me to solve this problem. So basically, I made the first prototype of what it's called right now PetCube Play or PetCube Camera. This is a nice looking cube with a camera, speaker, microphone, and a laser toy, favorite toy of my dog, that kept him busy, exercised, and he didn't bother my neighbors. And then, together with my co-founders, Andrei and Yaroslav, we started thinking how we can build a business on top of this idea. And we thought about three key things. The first one is, pet industry hasn't been changed for the last 50 years. And we thought, okay, we can do pretty much innovation here. The second thing is, as I mentioned, Facebook connects us to the internet. Uber connects cars to the internet. We are connecting cats and dogs to the internet as well. And the third one is just pet content is so viral on the internet. I remember once we pitched PetCube at the early stage in front of the YouTube founder, and he said that it's just not enough cats and dogs videos on the internet, on YouTube. Next slide, please. So it's very interesting right now. I think we hit a very interesting moment of the market when more and more people, the young millennials, they want to have pets. They want to start with pets rather than babies. This is ridiculous, but there are more cats and dogs than babies in the United States, which is our target market. And the problem is people just worrying leaving their pets home alone. Next slide. This is our first product that we launched several years ago. Oh, actually, this is the second iteration of the first product. Camera with a laser, with a microphone and speaker. So with the help of your phone, you can see what's happening in your room, you can talk to your pet, you can hear it, and the most fun part, you can play with it. So just swiping finger on the screen, you can change the position of the physical red dot in the room, and your cat or dog will be busy exercising. So let's talk about some numbers. PetCube camera engagement rates. 15 minutes, this is an average time that's spent per our average user inside our application. We see 8 calls made from our users to their pets. I don't know how about you, but from myself, for my shame, I call my parents less than that. So 8 times per week, people are calling their pets. And more than 24% people just sharing their cameras with other people's or general public, which wasn't possible before PetCube. So we enabled this channel of communication with their pets. Someone just can open their camera for public and everyone in the world can play with their cat or dog. This is the second product we launched. Actually, this will be launched in July. It's in the mass production stage right now. It's called PetCube Bites. This is a treat dispenser that helps to feed your cat or dog when you are not at home. It also has a camera. It has a microphone and speaker, so the same as with PetCube camera, you can talk to your pet, you can hear them, but fun part, you can feed them. And you can feed it in a very entertaining way. Just imagine you're playing Angry Birds with your cat or dog. You can change the force with which you're fleeing, launching the treat, and you can launch it to your run. Next slide, please. So when we started 4.5 years ago, we have a simple plan to conquer the world and pet market. And it remains the same, a little bit changed, but 3 simple steps. First, we thought, okay, we need to build a hardware business. We want this device to be sold in retail stores of United States, of the world, and online stores. So right now, PetCube stands in 2,500 stores from Hong Kong to San Francisco. Best Buy, Nordstrom, PetSmart, those are main retail stores. Amazon, obviously, and our website, petcube.com, is our main online distribution channel. The second stage where we are right now, and I will tell you more about it later, is we want to use cameras to build a software business. We are in the homes of the users right now. We are nice in their homes. And we already have several products that can generate us recurrent revenue on the software. I'll tell you more about this. And the third step, of course, is once we will be in all the homes in the United States, we want to make a platform and open all the information we gather to other people so they can build even better products or applications. Next, please. So this is the product, the software product that we launched in Q4 last year. It's called PetCube Care, and this is cloud video recording storage. So for $10 or $30 a month, you can receive a video footage of everything that happened in your room, in your apartment, when you were away from your cat or dog. Next slide. Another subscription service that we will launch with the launch of PetCube Bites is reordering pet treats. We already partnered with well-known and probably the largest premium pet food brand in the United States. It's called Wellness Treats. And together with Amazon Dash replenishment service, we would like to organize system of reordering treats. So PetCube Bites obviously can say, I'm running low on treats, I want more treats. And then it can order automatically treats for dog or cat. And the third thing, the next software product that we are building right now is a social network. Just imagine that right now, after or during even this talk, you can grab your phone from the pocket, you can download our application, and you can play with public cats or dog. We placed a bunch of PetCubes in the shelters all over the United States, so you can actually entertain them or even adopt them. And this is our goal for the next year, to build Twitch, if you're familiar with this platform, like Twitch-like platform for pets. Next slide, please. Couple more slides about our industry, where we are playing. So connected pet is a term that comes from 2 parts, pet care market and connected home market. The connected home market is 30 million US per year, and the interesting fact about this market that for the past year, 2016, it was doubled. And the pet market is pretty simple. We have 80 million US households that have a pets. Interesting fact about this market that first, this is a $60 billion industry. People, they are spending a bunch of money on pet food, pet sitters, pet entertainment, pet gadgets. And interesting fact that most of the people that are buying cameras, surveillance cameras, baby monitors on the market, available on the market right now, from our insider data, they are buying it to watch on their pets. Next slide, please. So, talking about our competition, I like to say that we have direct and indirect competitors. Our indirect competitors, starting from the bottom, they are pet cameras. Obviously, we were the leader of this category. We started this category of pet cameras. Well, we have better video quality, we have features for pet owners, we have a cloud storage and security features. And if we will compare ourselves to our indirect competitors, which are surveillance cameras, Canary, Nest, or stuff like this, which I told people are buying like in 50%, half of the people that buy these cameras, they are buying to watch on their pets. Those things, they don't have any features for pets. That's it. Talking about leadership and our team. So PetCube is 4.5 years old. Oh, it was a long journey for us. We are 68 people right now. On the left side, you can see my co-founders, Yaroslav, Andrei, and myself. And on the right side, what I called injection of muscles. And those are our Chief Revenue Officer, Christopher Medeiros. He had prior experience with Pepsi, L'Oreal, WellPet, Whistle, which is a pet gadget. Vivian Lee, our Chief Marketing Officer that used to work with Sony, Electronic Arts, or Cyanogen. By the way, Vivian is coming next week to Ukraine, and she will share our marketing journey, the way how we are building marketing for pets. So if you're interested, Federiv Hub, next week, sign up. Michael Tamara, Chief Financial Officer, and Alex Davidenko, Senior Director of Operations. And obviously we have 3 offices. Our headquarter, because of the market on which we're playing, based in San Francisco. We have 10 people there. It's sales and marketing mostly. We have 55 people here in Kyiv, which is heart of our company, and this is an R&D office. And we have 3 people in Shenzhen, that's a small office on top of our factory, our manufacturer, where we are actually manufacturing our devices. That's it, the short summary. This is a 60 billion market opportunity. We've sold 100,000 units as of today, which is a great milestone for us. We're growing 5 times year over year. We have built a nationwide distribution in the US, and this year we're expanding. We're going to Japan, Korea, Australia, and Europe. And we've built the most important, probably in this company, great team that's nailing it. That's it. The next slide. This is how PCB board, a green board of PetCube Byte, looks like. It's written here, designed in Ukraine, and at top, at Victoria. That's it what I want to say. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you.
Really appreciated your presentation also. Just a sincere question. I'm curious. So what's your strategy towards copycats?
Right. Well, actually, interesting story happened during this CES. CES is Consumer Electronics Show that we're attending 3 years in a row so far. And actually, Andrei mentioned this show during his, Andrei Koloduk, one of our investors, during his speech. Our product was copied by a Chinese company, but they just copy a design, like a brochure. They haven't built the actual product. They just validate the market. So answering your questions, it's very easy to copy hardware first. It's very hard to copy software. So we have very strong expertise in the software. That's core of our engineering team here that's help us not being copied. And the second thing is we already build a brand, which is like a #1 pet-selling camera in the world. So our competitors already step behind us.
So it's a great market, great product, by the way.
Thank you.
So Amazon Echo is coming out as well.
Right.
So that's not their primary focus, but could actually be used, but except for the food dispensing, right? Treat dispensing. Any other folks who are actually? I saw the list of all the competition there. Anybody else like using Amazon Echo? Can I build another layer on top of that, and software layer?
Yeah, there is several companies that are indirect competitors, not direct surveillance cameras. For example, Airlo, they are using Amazon services to capture the video or to record something.
So another thing I see is, obviously Twitch.tv model is great. That's actually goes very well with the pets and cats especially, right? So are you creating TV for pet owners and people or pet fans, or is it more for just Facebook feeds and for personal networks? Or people can actually pay for it and then watch somebody else's cats?
Yeah, I think the monetization models are like this really wide range of monetization we can build.
Are you looking at any specific ones right now initially?
So first of all, we're focusing on gathering this content and showing in the way like Twitch did with the gamers, making them able to generate this content and to distribute it.
Are you using any cognitive services like image recognition APIs from Amazon or Azure?
Not yet, but we are looking into it. It's a great field and a great opportunity to learn about pet behavior, what are good for one breeds, not good for another's. Yes, we're looking into it.
Yeah, this market is huge, and there's a lot of services, add-on services can be done. So that's one of the reasons I think once you have that data, that it's golden. Where are you guys in terms of funding? Are you looking for funding? What's the current state?
We went through the several accelerators, Hacks and Y Combinator. We closed our seed stage 1.5 years ago, and we're looking for Series A right now.
Cool. So all this progress just based on the seed so far. Great. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah.
Can you please elaborate a little bit more about your subscription revenue model, and why do you think it's going to, I don't know, anywhere, and how is it going, by the way, because it's started like, how much, 1 quarter ago? So.
Well, it's going in direction generating revenue, and it's working. we're subscribing users for $10 or $30, as I said, for storage different or 10 days of video history or 30 days. And another probably argument why it will work, because our indirect competitors as Nest, Canary, Arlo, they have the same subscription system, and they generate more revenue on the software rather than on selling hardware.
Thank you. Second guy will pitch is Vlad Makarov with Paper Dog.
My name is Vlad Makarov. I'm 17. I study at school, and I dream to make a new platform for sale. Next slide, please. Revelance, kids love to do crafts, and there are people who like to buy these crafts. Problem unknown place where to sell and where to find a choice to buy. Market geography whole world, industry handmade products and souvenirs. Solution, platform to kids for earn money. Business model, on what we earn. We take commission from buyer. on basic resource, kids and youth. Scalability, USA, Europe, promotion, social network. Rivals, IT, Aukra и Скриня. Competitive analysis. Look at this table. As you can see, I have the advantages and disadvantages. I but hope our project will be the best. SWOT analysis: strong points, weak points, potential risks. Strong points: technical part, weak points: small stuff, potential multi-glad, risk conflict with team. Technical implementation technologies: PHP, HTML5, CSS, Java. Specialist: web designer, backend developer, front-end developer, Java developer. Total time from 6 to 7 months. Steps: hire developers, development, testing, release. Control, personal control, telephone, time count. Team: I'm boss, designer, programmers, manager. I express gratitude for kind attention.
What stage is your project now?
Creating a website and
Planning more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great job, by the way. Very inspirational.
thank you.
And keep on doing what you're doing. And so what are you looking for funding right now? Or what are the next steps for you?
First, let me introduce myself. I'm Alim. I'm software engineer and Papperdog at Papperdog. Our next steps is to develop and release website and try to fill some content on it. Find as buyers and who will provide us some crafts.
Thank you. Thank you, Vlad. The next presenter is Uliana Shtibel with High Castle.
Thank you for coming. I see a lot of people here today to listen about amazing projects and also about High Castle. So High Castle have to be interesting not just for investors but also for startups and different businesses who are currently here. And we will present you the opportunity from both sides. So High Castle is an investment platform, and High Castle is first in the world open architecture investment platform with worldwide dynamic opportunities in property, in startups, in lending, and we are based on our transactions are based on a blockchain. And we also have a secondary market for investors, which is very, very much important for those who enter to any investments on such kind of platforms. We are a Ukrainian British company, so legally established in UK and follow all British legislation requirements. But our R&D office is in Mykolaiv. We also have our representatives in different countries, so we are expanding quite fast with our representation. So the problem with the investment platforms, actually you know that there are a lot of investment platforms already in the world. So crowdfunding, a lot of crowdfunding platforms, especially in UK. No crowdfunding platforms in Ukraine, and there are still a lot of problems with those crowdfunding platforms. So especially we need to notice that all investment platforms, they do not really give you opportunity to resell your investments. There's a couple of them, most are providing such solution in lending, but not in equity world. Also, we have problems with how long it will take for you to publish your project on a platform, how long it will take for you to run your fundraising campaign, and mostly it's also related to the liquidity of your project. So as we creating the high liquidity on Highcastle, so it's why you have opportunity to raise your funds much faster. We are providing solution for entrepreneurs, for investors, and we providing especially opportunity for investors to have one account. You don't need anymore to have different accounts to check all projects in the world on different platforms or to stick to one specific security or stick to one specific type of investments or one industry. On Highcastle platform, you can filter easily all projects which we have in Europe, in Ukraine, and as we expanding our originator partners, so we also providing day by day more and more opportunities to explore projects in around the world. So on Highcastle, you can check lending, equity, fixed income securities, and you can really diversify your portfolio with just one account. So in Highcastle, it's very easy for projects who want to enter to our market. So they go and very easy for investors who want to check for opportunities in all over the world. So for our, we offering equity, debt as a lending, debt as a fixed income, and also rewards opportunities for those who are raising funds. Our model is simple accordingly to of different investment platforms in the world. So we are charging a commission for those projects who originated on Highcastle and who raised money. So generally it's from 2.5 to 10% accordingly to the funds which are raised on the platform. And in the deal, we also taken a nominee role, which it's much more and more convenient way for investors itself, and it's much more convenient way for projects who don't want to get like thousands of investors in one project. Of course, they want to have just one investors as Highcastle, as a nominee, who in these terms are institutional investors in these projects. Our competitive advantages, it's probably the main importance of why Highcastle is so special in the world of investment platforms. So as I said, we are first open architecture, and open architecture means that we aggregate in projects from different third-party platforms. We also aggregating them from accelerators, from other partners, and that's why we have different variety of projects on Highcastle. Aggregation comes from through the APIs, through the XML files, so it's very convenient and easy way for our partners. And we are pioneer or investment crowdfunding or on the Eastern European market. So we are first investment platform who are operating in Ukraine in this way. And actually we know how, and we have opportunity for Ukrainians also to invest in projects abroad. Just go to our website and you will check these opportunities. You can contact us and we will definitely advise you about investments abroad as well. Highcastle is providing opportunities to issue your investments in tokens, which also allow us in proper and convenient way to trade the investments on a secondary market. And that's why we're considering this market as an enormous one. So we know that the forecast for market, potential market for crowdfunding investments online, it's about 96 billions. And plus, of course, it's resale market. We are generating our profit and actually generating sales through our financial advisors, through our High Castle ambassadors all around the world. We have our partners all around the world, and we also have very fast and useful and super easy to use sales bot. Our competitors. So as I said, there is no solution which would combine all our individual features, right? So we can see just those platforms who are providing, in this case, lending resale. So it's resale of loans. And we have one platform, Funderbeam, which actually doing resale of some equity with tokens. But there is no platform which has the aggregation of projects in a way of how they store a project in enormous numbers. So generally our aggregation allows us to store the project profiles. So investor which want to resell their project on a couple of months or next day. So after the close of the campaign itself. So it's very easy to go to the High Castle, search project which is coming from our partners and or were originated by ourselves. And of course, in this way, it's very easy to relaunch the campaign and start to resell your share. It's more about platforms partnership. So it's conditions on which we partner with our originator platforms. So it's crowdfunding platforms, accelerators, stock exchanges, investment agencies. It's originators of the investments projects or investments campaigns. Here is our advisory partnership. We provide opportunity to investment banks, auditors, consulting firms, legal firms to support our deals during the on different stages. So we really need in our database more and more advisors, financial advisors who can help projects to prepare for fundraising for investment rounds. And then we of course need more lawyers who will join our great database to support project after closing during the closing deals. So we also have the ambassador program. Ambassador program allows us to attract more and more new ambassadors around the world, which will increase our sales and attraction of investors around the world. And here is already our partners, which I mentioned. Above is our originator partners, and below is our advisory partners. So we also invite all to join this community. And our track record. So High Castle is already like a company with quite of experience. We have a great team of people who work in investment banking. So generally it's over 6 years experience in trading with millions of dollars under management. And also in 2016. And 2016 when the platform was launched. So it was already closed deals with High Castle investors, and those deals were mostly done from Ukraine to abroad. We have good track record of investors on the platform. We are working to improve the conversion rate, if you understand how to make the investors from observatives to active investors. And of course, we work in this direction to extend our activities to different markets. Currently, we have more UK, German, Hungarian, and Ukrainian investors who are looking for projects, who are interested in these projects. So this is a track record of HighCastle. On our roadmap, of course, we do have expansion of regional expansion, which is very important. We do have on our next steps FC authorization and legal structuring of separate directions of HighCastle deals, because if you understand a bit of this market, so every structuring in different legislations are different, and we of course taken a close look to how we can deal the best with different jurisdictions. And of course we have plans about sales and marketing and what's on our agenda. It's our financials, so because we also already have deals closed in 2016, and we are showing the result in 2017. So this is our financial projections, and currently we are attracting 250,000 of investment. It's seed investment. In this stage, we are not looking for a big amount, because we understand that we are covering a lot of our work on ourselves, and a lot of money were invested already, but by founders. So that's why on this stage we are welcoming the investor who will go forward with our project and be a pioneer on this open architecture investment market. Yes, so it's about our exit strategies, because usually such platforms which are providing investment opportunities, they are very attractive for stock exchanges, because stock exchanges currently understands that market moving in this semi-regulated direction, so no one wants to be too much regulated, and more companies come into the market where it's much easier, much faster to attract financing. That's why stock exchanges are also looking for platforms already with the technology, especially with high-tech solutions, which can be merged and, of course, then used for their purposes. But frankly speaking, it's our plan B, because we understand that the HighCastle developing in its proper ways, and so that's why we see ourselves on IPOs on some couple years. We have some stock exchanges, big stock exchanges, which look very attractive for us. We will keep it in secret, but can tell you in colors. And yes, so this is our use of funds and also investment offer for the stage. We are very open to investors for discussion. We are very open for type of our deals, and also for your contribution, which you can bring as an advisors, as a partners, as a like investors to this project. So this is our team. It's me. I transferred from regulated versus stock exchange market to the semi-regulated market, and about what I feel very much happy. And we have also our great CEO, Denis Honcharenko. Denis is also here, and Denis is having great experience in law and closing and deals, especially in real estate sector. Our team is mostly from Mykolaiv. Mykolaiv is brain center of Ukraine, so you can find there a lot of very brave, innovative people. And we have our IR manager, Maria. We have also our partners, Konstantin, Volodymyr, and part of our team, Roman. So we have other people who are working on the project. We have our representatives, director in UK, in Hungary. So we have a lot of more people to show you. And we have to notice this because Konstantin, as it comes from our conversation, is our IT guru, and Konstantin is also our magic guy in all technologies which are developed within the High Castle. So you are very much welcome to invest to High Castle. You are very much welcome to apply for High Castle, to search for projects which you're gonna like on High Castle, and just contact us about the different investment opportunities, because seriously, we are sure we're gonna become the central stock exchange in Ukraine, as we don't have a proper one yet. Thank you.
Thank you. Kevin?
Yeah, so you basically talked about acquiring customers, right? I mean, basically the deals. Like one of the things is obviously going through other websites. Are you scraping, or are you doing explicit partnerships through API, like XML APIs?
Yeah, we have also plans about scraping, but yet it goes well with partnership. So because we're kind of broker on this market, so it's a partnership offer for our partners is quite good, because we are sharing 50-50 after our commissions with the partner. So with the investor, or of course not investor, but not even the project is, they are not charged twice, right? Because we have this partnership program. So yes, we go currently with aggregation through the APIs and XML files followed after the signing a partnership agreement with platforms.
They're revenue sharing as well, basically.
Yes, yes.
Next one is basically you're talking about like ambassadors and all that, right? Are there any like angel syndicate type of things that people can actually, like ambassadors or somebody else who can create like a syndicate?
So we generally, of course, we attract more funds. We also place funds as one of investment offers on. But when we talk about investors who investing, so generally it's either high net worth individuals and either institutional investors. We attract them through ambassadors or other means. Ambassadors can be individuals. Mostly when we talk about ambassadors, so it's individuals, introducers, right? So we also pay a commission to the introducers, and for all investments which are done by the introduced investor during the year. So this type of partnership with individuals, it's very useful for extension. And we attract partnership with advisors, with financial firms who has also some needs, opportunities, and they're ready to share with us this kind of contacts and so on, because it's win-win strategy.
Absolutely. Are you accepting cryptocurrency at this point?
Yes, we can. At this point, actually, you can pay by card and you can pay by cryptocurrency.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Liana. You have another question? Okay, the last one.
I might have missed it, but in terms of the numbers and user base, how many investors you have already registered, and how many companies, and how many of them are active, if you had any deals?
Yeah, okay, so yes, would be part of track record. So generally we, okay, so at this point we have aggregated about 500 projects. We won't see more actually projects from Ukraine. That's why we're also here, right? And we expect to grow to millions. So seriously, by steps which we're doing right now, and by our expectation and our timing, so we expect to grow to the millions of projects aggregation. Now it's 500 because aggregation we started quite recently, and it's about 300 of registered investors on the platform. So the conversion rate is about 5% at this point, but we are working to increase the conversion rate to for investors, because it's also a matter of improvements, usability, improvement of different legal structuring of the deals. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, so we are moving to the next pitch to Michael Skrzydlewski with CoinPay.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael, and I'm here to present you my new project CoinPay. Well, the main idea of it is to substitute this thing with this thing, but in a rather unexpected and innovative way. So, you all go to restaurants, right? And restaurant owners have pains, like 30% of time waiters have is spent on taking payments instead of getting new orders. And also guests hate to wait. What's wrong with me? Guests hate to wait. So when lines are formed, people just go away. And in some trendy places, this can be a big issue. So we offer a solution. This is a chatbot in Facebook Messenger and other messenger apps where you can get your bills paid automatically. So, well, how it will work, and you will understand that there will be no more bills, no more credit cards, and no more payment terminals. So you can leave whenever you need to. If you could just please open a video for me. So basically you need to activate CoinPay on Facebook Messenger. First time only you need to attach your bank card to the CoinPay chatbot and get your Coiny ID. Then just tell the waiter your Coiny ID while making an order as usual. And receive and approve your bill in CoinPay chatbot. And your bill will be paid automatically in 30 minutes, so you may leave whenever you want without waiting or calling the waiter. This basically reduces 5 to 15 minutes of your time and the time for the waiter. So we're going to start making money from day one, and we'll help restaurants serve more clients. We estimate $20,000 revenue per restaurant each year, with as little as 2.5 commission on our side. And of course, this is US-based restaurants, not local restaurants. So the market for this is actually very big and it's growing. So we are somewhere at the intersection of chatbots, payments, mobile payments, and restaurants. So if we talk about Europe market, if we set a goal, say for 5 years, to have about 10% of Europe or US restaurants with revenue as big as $20,000 per year, we can have these figures for US and Europe market, because there are around 1 million restaurants in the United States. So there are competitors, and you all know them, like Samsung Pay, Apple Pay, Square, and others, but they are all tied to mobile platforms, so you have to install an app, and they're not available in all countries, and there are also no automatic payments, because here we're trying to implement something like Uber-style payments, where you get paid, your card is charged automatically after you make an order, so you don't need to do anything, basically, just confirm the bill. So one thing I would like to point here, we are going to reward waiters by attracting new clients. I suppose that this will be our main point of entering for new clients. We are going to launch our first restaurant equipped with CoinPay this June, 1st of June. And hope you will all hear about it and come visit and test it. And Also, we want to get some feedback from you, from people, from restaurant owners, and go global in the future. There are two of us in a team right now. My partner, he has a lot of experience working in the United States, in New York, on Wall Street, so he has some connections to huge banks. And I was a co-founder of Lucidin, a Russia-Ukrainian startup, which is currently doing Kickstarter campaign, so you may go and back them. So for now, we are searching for angel investment to get some feedback. Actually, yeah, we will launch ourselves, it's not a big deal. We will get some feedback and create a scalable solution here in Ukraine and attract as much restaurant owners as possible. Then when we will have the proof that it works and some revenue streams, we are going to relocate to the valley, where the restaurant business is much bigger than here, and to grow and become cash positive company. So you can go ahead and try the demo in Telegram. If you have, you just type CoinPay bot in Telegram and you can get some, I don't know, checks, bills to pay by our bot. No need to attach your credit card on this step. So let's reinvent payments together, and I would gladly answer all your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very interesting idea. I congratulate you on the business. Where you are in terms of your talks with Facebook?
You mean in developing of the chatbot or in payments?
Well, all talks you have with Facebook, just tell us where they...
We are building the chatbot on their platform. No issue for now, but Facebook won't be the only entry point. You can basically use it in any messenger. We are just starting with Facebook. And as you know, Facebook payments are widely available in the US, so there will be no further acquiring expenses, card acquiring system. In here in Ukraine, we need a third-party acquiring system for now.
I'm sorry, I'm going to push on this, I'm sorry. Which office of Facebook you are in contact with?
But we are not contacting office, it's just chatbot, open platform.
Am I right, you want to start in Ukraine first and then go to Valley?
We already have clients here. First restaurant we are launching in June, and yeah, we want to test.
Launch will be in Ukraine, yeah?
Yes, we are launching here. Everybody can try it, and we'll try to scale to US after we prove that it works.
Well, a great product, as we already talked about it, and I'm not going to ask no more questions about this, but in terms of next steps, you said basically 35,000 for Ukrainian market, right?
Yeah, that's to build something that we can scale in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rostislav. I'm CFO for Solar Gaps. That's another Ukrainian innovative startup. We are also on Kickstarter. So this, unfortunately, the founder of the company is a Ukrainian individual, Evgeny Eric. He couldn't be with you and presenting our company, our concept today, because he, along with the rest of our heavy team, is now in California, in Redwood City, and was in our Kickstarter campaign, quite successful for the time being. For the first week, we covered already 70% of our target benchmark of $50,000, and that's just the beginning of the story. Okay, few words about our company, our market, where do we see ourselves. So, solar energy is not a novelty. It's been quite for a while on the market. However, 70% of solar company producers are just fighting for those customers who have a roof. while like 70% of population, they do not have access or direct access to the roof. However, most of them would have windows. And that's where we see our market. We created the smart solar blinds, which you can easily attach to your window, and which generate and feed electricity to your network. You just plug in a socket into your electricity outlet, and it starts feeding your grid with electricity during the daytime. It also helps to reduce energy consumption because this is blinds, and it reduces heating so that you can save a lot, up to 70% on your conditioning consumption. Also in those areas and countries where you can sell your excessive electricity backward to the grid, you can also earn from this. So this is the triple solution. And this solution also allows, once being equipped with the batteries, like Tesla Powerwall, so you can store this energy and then consume during the night time. Only that, please. Okay. It was. Sorry. I was just going to show how it works in reality, but you can easily go to our Kickstarter page, probably back us, and also look at this nice video. So where we are going, where do we stand right now, and where we're going to? So currently we have the operating, working product prototype. It's been tested. We've delivered a number of samples to the potential partners. We see the interest in dealership and partnership from all over the world, especially in the sunny countries. Africa, Asia, US, European countries, Balkan countries, and the blinds are connected through the electronic control module to your smartphone, and you can adjust it at the angle of the smart blinds. So that through your smartphone, so you have the best efficiency in terms of electricity generation. We're also working right now on integration of our smart blinds to Google Home, and developing the software which would help to automatically adjust the angle, not through your smartphone, which is always an option, but you can, by connecting to the cloud-based software, the blinds can adjust the angle just depending on the sun position and the weather conditions. So, just in generic terms, of course, the numbers pretty much depend on the geography and on the whether this is like the southern and western eastern part of the world. So on average, our blinds of 1 square meter, so like 10 square feet of solar gaps would generate from 100 to 150 watt. That would be enough to power lights and air conditioning. And the window, the regular window would generate approximately 100 watt for the month. The pricing that we just came to launch to the Kickstarter goes from $390 per square meter. We do have additional, we sell an additional discount to the Ukrainian customers. And in terms of warranty, we provide, we don't date, so we provide limited 5 years limited liability for the entire device, while the solar cells themselves they live for 25 years. In terms of the market, like in US is one of our potential and highly potential market. That's why part of our team is now based in California. So we estimate the entire market of US households, commercial billings of 80 million, of which 4 could be our customers. And just some rough estimation show that with average check of $380 per square meter, so we arrive at approximately $16 billion revenue. Of course, I mean, as I mentioned from the very beginning, solar energy is not a novelty, so there are other ways to generate electricity out through your window. But these solutions are on different stages, and so far we don't see the direct competitors to us. This also is quite competitive area, and we understand that we need to move quickly in order to grasp the market, in order to get to the different markets, and that will be probably the winning point for the further success of the company. So here's the team, just pretty much based in California right now. Just joined the company 2 weeks ago, so we are on growing trend, on the growing path right now, developing the team in Kyiv and enhancing it in US as one of the most prospective and the first markets we'd like to penetrate in. So we are on the Kickstarter stage, so at the seeding stage, and talking to a huge number of potential dealers and partners, spending hours and hours in chatting on the Kickstarter, just gaining proposals. So in the meantime, we'll be developing and thinking on the expansion model, because we wouldn't like just to be just a production company. We would like to be the provider of the solution and potentially arrange and coordinate assembly in the major areas where we like to, where we see the potential, and stay focused on continuous improvement of the product, of the software, its design, its integration with the solutions for the smart homes. So we are open for the angel investors, and along with the current investors which are supporting us and which are advising us through the Kickstarter campaign. So we'll be developing the roadmap to further growth and the exit strategy. So that's probably it for the time being. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer.
Thank you very much. I've been actually wondering why there are no blinds that generate that. So now there is an answer for this. Thanks a lot.
Now you know.
Yeah,
now you are our direct competitor.
I'll buy it. What is the proprietary part of your project? What intellectual property you actually own?
We are in the process of registration of the commercial rights on the production samples, and we'll be launching the IP parts of the model. Like we started the process, but we haven't completed this stage yet.
Obviously, there's no unique feature other than you saying that basically manufacturing, anybody can do this, right? It's all about execution, pretty much.
Pretty much, yes.
So in terms of go-to-market strategies or like your distribution, what is your market launch strategy? Like, are you going after a specific area like commercial versus residential versus like a multi-well MDUs, like multi-dwelling units, like apartment complexes?
Like, frankly speaking, it's part of the discussion that we're having along right now with the team. We are thinking of the dealership model that we think would help us to be faster and like capture as much area as we can, because you're right. It's I mean, this type of product could be like cloned like in a while, unless we be fast, unless we be innovative in terms of the product, because we'd like, again, not to focus on the production itself, but on the constant development of the technology. And if we'll be efficient and fast there, and if we get on the shelves of like Best Buy and other platforms like that, then I mean, other people who could be good in production, so we partner with them.
You know, SolarCity used independent distributors mostly. And California is one of the states that actually do go fast because of the subsidies and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think it's better to go through channel partners in terms of like there's a lot of developers, property developers, like in Miami and other like New York, just going through some companies and then let them basically give us an option for people, home buyers, like they're buying the home, they can have like regular windows, or they switch to actually get the money back to the grid maker.
Sure, yeah, that's good advice.
A great product, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, if we started to giving advices, I'll give an advice, and then you ask your question. There is also, you know, paints I mean, like paints that generate electricity, so it's embedded in glass.
Mm-hmm.
So you might look at them at competitors and
right.
There's no answer.
I
just look at them. And,
I do have a part of the answer. And, not sure whether this is right or wrong, but the advantage of our blinds is that they adjust the angle, while the glass stays flat. So it cannot, by adjusting the angle, generate maximum capacity, the maximum electricity you can. But that's another option, and in some areas that would probably work better than the home blinds. And I mean, there is also like a market for the people who change their like apartments, renting apartments, you know, change the going from time to time, because they can detach this easily and just take it from another apartment. So it's detachable. It's easy. It's like do-it-yourself kind of stuff. So it's easy to place, easy to remove. And we see part of the advantage in this aspect as well. However, for for the commercial property, that might be like the better solution.
Sorry for interrupting.
I had a few related questions. It seems that to some extent your biggest competitor is actually like regular blinds companies, because if I'm putting blinds in my house, I know what the cost is of doing that, how easy it is, and I'm going to say, well, this is kind of a cool thing. How much extra is it going to cost me compared to that, and how much of a pain is it? And so, and in some sense, the higher cost market that you're in is like compared to next day blinds, where I can call someone up, they come out to my house, they measure every window, they give me 1,000 choices in terms of colors and textures, and I pay them when we cut a deal, and then the next day all the blinds come and are custom fit. or kind of a lower price, but it wouldn't be a price you could match. It's like Home Depot. You go to Home Depot and you have many different options in terms of size and colors and textures. So I guess the question is, how would you match the level of service of something like next day blinds, or even Home Depot where there's still hundreds of different choices? Are you planning to manufacture the blinds themselves, not the technology part, but just the blinds themselves in like multiple sizes, multiple colors, and constantly change them to keep up with design? Or how would you kind of compete with the regular blinds market?
These are the very good questions that we are facing right now, and we are aware of those, but we don't have the exact answers for most of this part. But it's like one of the area that we need to spend the proceeds we receive from Kickstarter and the potential proceeds from other angel investments until we are ready, like for the round A, because we do need to invest further in market research, in the distribution, and discuss the options available for like production, logistics, and distribution channels. So no exact answers at the moment, but we are aware that this will be this will be the key factors for our ability to compete for the customer, to diversify, and to offer our product, to the variety of potential clients. And you're right that if I would just now buy blinds, I'll just compare the incremental cost that I would just invest for the solar blinds versus what I'm just paying for the regular blinds, and just estimate on the payback period. Thank you.